And Mr. Anderson was previously in court, entered pleas of true to counts.
And here we go. Javant Anderson faces the judge again, this time on serious probation violations tied to child assault charges. This isn't just another day in court. This could decide whether he walks free or heads to prison.
1, 2, and then 4 through 10 in motions to revoke probation, on probation for sexual assault of a child and indecency with a child. I received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor. We have.
Are there any additions or corrections?
I'm aware of it.
All right, Mr. Parker,
Notice
you may
how
proceed.
the defense tries to frame everything as a money problem. In revocation hearings, inability to pay can be a valid defense, but only if the defendant proves genuine effort to comply. The question is, did he?
The agreement, there was no agreement, correct?
Correct.
It's unagreed. Okay, go ahead.
Just, Judge, I'm talking to him on the several times I've talked to him, everything relates to be a money issue. Well, I say everything. Many of the things relate to being a money issue, not everything. Yes, and money comes from job, and that's because of his charges. He says he hasn't been able to get a job, and which that doesn't surprise me. But he states that he has tried to get a job, but being that he does not have a job, he doesn't have any money, and he couldn't pay for the polygraph, he couldn't pay for the assessments, the substance abuse assessments, and the various other programs that he was ordered to do. I understand he should have worked with the probation officer about, what he could do to be more compliant, and he should have showed up for sure. And I think once you don't show up, you hear the same argument over and over, and you get scared. But
here's the emotional pivot: Anderson's plea for mercy. But watch closely. Judges don't just look for apologies, they look for accountability and proof of change.
That's basically what it boils down to for a lot of these violations. And he'd like to address the court about some of the other things, and has written something to the court that he wants to read to the court.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, so much, I thank you for hearing me today. And basically, I just want to thank you formally for allowing me to receive probation in the first place. I was given a chance to re-enter society, not be sent to jail or prison, so I'm to create a better opportunity for myself. And I also want to say I'm sorry for most importantly for the actions I made to be in front of you today. I should have made better choices and not to handle myself, so please forgive me for that. After the night when I received my stipulation and probation, I didn't fully know the situation.
Speak up.
Yes,
Speak slowly and speak up some.
Yes, ma'am. I have to admit, when I had received my stipulations on probation, I didn't fully know the situation or what to come up with my charge, since it was all so new for me. Truthfully, it was overwhelming, something I was content about, leading to decisions that I made and I formally regret. Spending time in Jefferson County Correctional Facility, facing adversities, understanding I was given grace with probation, with the support system in place for my errors. Renewing my mind, I could have dealt with all differently. Seeing that I had multiple chances by you and my probation officers that I could have changed for to have a better future to create for myself, to crucify the old and make a path to the new. I understand that I need to make changes personally and mentally, and I'm dedicated to do that, and I thank you for your time.
What can you tell the judge to make her have any hope that you could, if you were kept on probation, that you would be able to complete it and do the things you're supposed to do? Can you tell her that?
I can say that basically I've learned from my errors. I know I spent time for like a minimum time in jail, and I can get up, I can work, and I can get to it, because I just really want this chance to redeem myself and to really work and go for it.
Right.
I can do a better job, and I know it.
So.
And Judge, I don't think anybody could say anything better. He's admitted what he did. He knows what he did, and he realizes, and that's, you hear people say, I learned from sitting in jail, I learned, but he pointed out, I realized the opportunity I've been given from this court, I realized the chances that the probation officers have given me, and I think there's some consideration to be given to that, because I think it's truthful. Not that
No,
it justifies
and
anything.
I appreciate that, and
That line right there, because you were bored, just sealed the tone when you're on probation for sexual assault. Saying you broke conditions out of boredom, yeah, that's not going to land well. What do you think? Should boredom ever be an excuse in court?
I guess, so when you're talking about the opportunities that you've been given some opportunities that a lot of people don't get because your case was sent to Harris County, and they actually paid for your treatment. And even though they were paying for the treatment, you were still unsuccessfully discharged. And so there were some things obviously that required you to pay for, but the fact that that was being paid for you and you still didn't complete it, that you continued to smoke weed because you were bored and felt like you needed it while you're on 2 probations for these serious offenses. Mr. Hoffpower?
Also, Judge, just deep breath. I want you to note in the report that always his attitude has been discourteous, disinterested, and flippant is what they said. The courtesy officer also speaking, Ms. Martinez, who is the courtesy officer that keeps up with them from here. He's just refused to cooperate. He even went in knowingly to a novelty store looking for a job, knowing he cannot be anywhere near that, and actually wanted to get a job at a novelty store. When told that he shouldn't even be in there, he was flippant about that as well. He's not serious about it. He's got a flippant attitude. He's disconnected and unfazed. He's been multiply warned, and he has made no progress, indicating he will never had any intention of putting forth any effort. That's about the worst, review I can think of in regards to a person that was given courtesy supervision on 2 very serious charges and took none of those opportunities. Now, I understand what he says here now, but that in light of what's written on the page and what came from Harris County.
Interesting twist: selling artwork while on probation. If true that income could have helped pay his court obligations, but his probation officer says he stayed uncooperative. It's a pattern judges see all too often. Good excuses, zero execution.
And through Ms. Martinez being here.
Ms. Martinez, do you have anything to add? Thank you for being here.
No, ma'am. I will say it was alarming. He didn't seem fazed at all, even at the potential of time that he was looking at. We had a judicial review, gave him some things to do. He did nothing. His mom paid his rent, so he had stated that he was selling his artwork. I don't know if that is true. If it is true, that would have been some money that he would have had, but the fact that treatment was free and he was going to group high and he didn't participate. He was more of a distraction, according to the counselor.
Can I say something on that?
Sure.
The minors did not seem unfazed. The reason why I think she said that is because I went in and I did the homework I was supposed to do. It's just that she said I was disorganized for the most part. I did my homework. I just needed to organize to see what placements I need to be put in. And I never went there high. I went in, I did it. The only thing that the problem she had was with me not fully having an order on my paperwork and all my homework I needed to do, but I had all my paperwork completed, and I did speak with the group, and I did cooperate with the group also.
And there it is, the judge's breaking point. After multiple chances, multiple failures, and zero accountability, she revokes probation and sentences him to 10 years. Sometimes the justice system's mercy has a limit, and Anderson just hit it.
All right, anything else, Mr. Hoffpower? Anything else, Mr. Smith?
There you go.
Mr. Parker, nothing else? All right, so Mr. Anderson, you were right when you said that you got such a big opportunity when you were placed on these probations in the first place because of the nature of these offenses. And I can't, in good faith, look at all of the things that that you did or didn't do that you were supposed to and just say, okay, well, now that you've been in jail for a little bit, you understand and you're going to be okay. I'm not going to do that.